Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. This week I'm reviewing Here We Go Again by Alison Cochrun. I've been a fan of Alison's books and it has been a joy to read how evolved each of her books gets as time goes by. I didn't know that this one was going to impact me as much as it did, but my emotions were a complete mess. A long time ago, Logan Malatis and Rosemary Hall used to be best friends. They spent their childhood summers running through the woods, rebelling against their conservative small town, and dreaming of escaping. But then an incident the summer before high school turned them into bitter rivals. After graduation, they went 10 years without speaking. Now in their 30s, Logan and Rosemary find they aren't quite living the life of adventure they imagined for themselves. Still in their small town and working as teachers at their alma mater, they are both stuck in old patterns. Uptight Rosemary chooses security and stability over all else, working constantly, and her most stable relationship is with her label maker. Chaotic and impulsive Logan has a long list of misguided ex-lovers and an apathic shrug she uses to protect herself from anything real. And as hard as they try to avoid each other and their complicated past, they keep crashing into each other, including with their cars. But when their beloved former English teacher and lifelong mentor tells them he has only a few months to live, they are forced together once and for all to fulfill his last cross-country road trip. Stuffed into the gayest van west of the Mississippi, the three embark on a life-changing summer trip from Washington State to the Grand Canyon, from the Gulf Coast to coastal Maine, that will chart a new future and perhaps lead them back to one another. So, to be honest with you, I will never forgive Alison for giving us this heartbreaking and emotional book, mixed into a lesson on how to never give up on living and finding one's own happiness. Don't get me wrong, I knew from the premise that this would break me, but I was a complete mess. I cried a lot with this book, especially in the last chapters. It was a beautiful journey that these characters went through, and I feel that as readers we were lucky enough to go along the way. There were so many sad moments, of course, but there were also so many happy, sweet, and funny moments that really made this into such a complete story. Even though this is a tough story with a lot of different and hard subjects being brought up, I always think there is some beauty in it. Each of these three characters are going through something, and not just Logan and Rosemary. Joe, their dying teacher and father figure, is going through his own journey with accepting death, but also trying to close a chapter of his life. And I confess that his story touched me on a deeper level because I watched that happen to a loved one a few years ago. So, in a way, I really knew what Logan and Rosemary were going through and how they wanted to give Joe a special end of life. It really felt like a caregiving memoir. There is so much love and tenderness between them all, and a bit like an eye-opening trip for all of them. We see them fight and disagree with each other a lot, but it's what makes this such a raw story, and to see how much they all cared for each other. They were always there to support each other in different points of their lives. And even though Joe died in the end, this is not a spoiler BTW, Logan and Rosemary found each other once again and will always be there to support the other, to push and pull as much as possible to make their story a beautiful and sweet one, but also an understanding one. They knew each other as kids and were best friends, but as adults they learned new facets and details that put things in constant for them, that really helped them grow emotionally and become better versions of themselves, to even start a new relationship together. Personally, this felt like a story about resilience and a human connection, simple as that. There were challenges and love between different kinds of families, but it made it so special and in a way very healing to go on this journey with these characters. Honestly, if I was already a fan of Alison's books, now I'm even more of a fan, and I will keep an eye open for every single new release because I'm sure we will get something very special out of it. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at ritasbookclub for more content. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Happy readings!